Oh, I was not expecting that. You're so tall.
Okay, I'm in.
My name is
Short
Ryan.
king.
I'm 5'5", and I'm a pre-K teacher. But I like to tell people I'm 5'6",
He's pretty
so
ripped.
it gives
Let's
a bit
go.
of an advantage.
What's the tallest you've ever dated?
Like 5'8", 5'9". It went okay, but you know what? It did not end the way I was expecting.
What do you mean?
Wow. I'm sorry, I got distracted. How are you guys?
Good. Well, I'm Cassie. I'm 21. I'm an esthetician. I like going outside. I like going to the gym. And
Okay.
I like funny guys.
What a good time.
So.
Okay, I'll try to be funny for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we're doing a whole introduction.
Yeah, let's do it, come on.
I'm Izzy. I'm 23 years old. I live here, and I'm an executive assistant at a production company.
Yeah, they're fucking with a bunch of the height
I
stuff.
like a funny guy.
Okay,
I like funny
everybody
guys.
likes funny guys,
We all
right?
like funny.
I'm Abby.
You
I'm
bet the tallest one's standing? That seems so likely.
21. I'm a student, and honestly, all I look for in a guy is that he's respectful. Yeah.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Amy. I'm 23, and I just wanted to mention I am a nurse,
Wow.
and I have ADHD, and I
Okay.
just can't compute. And I feel like you give that
Yeah,
same
you gotta
vibe.
elaborate a little bit more. Can't compute.
I don't know, you walked
She's gorgeous. 100%.
in and said that you get distracted.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, why did they offer that? Never
Play it.
mind. That makes sense.
I'm sorry, I got distracted.
I'm Chase. I'm 25. I am a barista. Nice to meet you as well.
It
I'm
does
very
seem
into
like she could be
music,
standing.
natural hair care, fashion. But yeah, funny, great,
Okay.
and yes. Yes.
Funny is the whole thing I'm going for, I guess. I'll try.
She's got great
Hi,
teeth.
I'm Monse. I'm 25 and
Monse?
I'm a singer-songwriter.
It sounded like Canute. Monse? Yes, that is Monse.
I'm Mexican-American.
Who the fuck makes ADHD their personality? A little yuck. Well, I think she was just offering it as a point of connection because he was saying he was distracted. Which, you know, of course, generally speaking, if you're leading with I have ADHD, I don't think it's super interesting, but it was a very clear, you know. You said you're distracted. I have ADHD. We connect.
And I feel like the vibes you give are definitely like golden retriever vibes so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
We'll see where this goes. What's a green flag that would make you look
Group
past it?
masturbation in 5 years. Stay strong, my friends.
Remember, guys, sometimes the best of the world takes a little bit of time. All right, patience is a virtue.
Honestly, just if you're funny. If
Stay
we're
strong,
arguing
boys.
and then you just like say something to make the banter go well, we'll see.
Okay. You would look past any of the other red flags if it was just funny?
I mean, mayhaps.
Ooh.
Like, if I could just really connect with that person and be able to mentally, spiritually, emotionally jive with them.
I was gonna say, like, if they're emotionally mature enough to realize that they have red flags and work on it, then I can vibe with that.
As long as they were willing to take accountability.
Exactly.
You know what I think's captivating? Okay, so this guy clearly has, like, I was wondering what was going on because this seemed like a really, like, he's got this crazy scar along the right side of his fucking skull. Look at this thing. I wonder what happened. It's wild, man. It's like a Skyrim scar. Holy shit.
And a green flag for me is, I think, drive. There are no red flags that
This woman is so fucking hot.
If he murdered
In the fucking show and go out with this fucking queen right now, dude. This is all stupid.
someone,
This woman could be 7 feet tall.
He had drive.
He would drive. Drive, just not the kind
That's
you want.
dedication right there.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it's someone who's weird.
Have you reacted to I'm not going to react to John Zerka getting his ass kicked. That man has been in such a tragic downward spiral for the last year. Like, I don't even want to give publicity to it. I think it's incredibly fucking disappointing how he has decided to prioritize. Thank you, Rod.
Nice
I appreciate that. Yeah, chat, you all have a great dick, really. I just loathe the fact that people have, and I see this in a lot of environments, but it's particularly prominent on Kick, right? People who prioritize viewership and attention and the possibility of being discussed over the reality of why it is they're receiving any of those things. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what is the function of attention? What is the function of a platform if you don't have something to say, right? If you don't have something to communicate, if you don't have something you want to bring into the world that you believe to be a benefit, if it's solely to be discussed, I think that it's become pathology, not a career. For instance, I'm here to talk about how to maximize your cum load, okay? Become the ideal man, all right? Small cock, big balls, fat load, cum fast. Don't forget it. Small cock, big balls, cum fast, fat load. All right? And if you're not that, don't worry. You'll be taking care of the kings.
A little bit, but not in a bad way. A good kind of weird. Like, I'll message someone first and literally just.
Yo, what up, man? Wang sends his regards. What is happening? Yo, thank you so much for the fucking fat raid, brother. I appreciate it. I hope you're well. I received your regards, motherfucker. Oh, have I ever. Booty Swagger, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope all's well. You got that small dick and come fast down? That's all you need, all right? That's all you need. That's the ideal build. Look, you want to get turned around at the door? What are you doing? Come on. Yo, we have fucking golden kappas in here? Oh, what a fucking big dong drop that is. My God. Big love, dude. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Welcome in, man. Big shit popping. Get some wubbies in here. All right,
Just
hell
say
yeah,
squawk.
man. Hey, thanks for the raid.
like,
Let's shout him out.
or like it's just, they just like randomly just scream.
Mwah.
What is your red flag in woman?
If you're not honest with what you want.
What does that mean?
You kind of like beat around the bush.
Why are they all nodding? Just this is how great a listeners women are.
They're not straightforward with it, then I'm just like, all right,
They're just prioritizing making you feel heard.
I'm just gonna move on. I can't. I don't know. It's so hard. They're all so pretty. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't like this. I don't like making these types of decisions. This is difficult. I'm gonna go with.
He's right though. Yeah, but like, I find that I don't know. What?
Number.
Some people don't say what they mean. Maybe I don't. I guess I just don't connect with it, and maybe that's not fair.
Number one.
So before she walks around the curtain, can you guess how tall you think she's gonna be?
I think she's
This one's gonna be tall as fuck.
5'6".
Oh,
I think this one's gonna be like 6 foot solid.
fascinating.
Minimum. Oh, 5'11"? Hell yeah.
It's okay. Why
I feel
me?
so bad. Why you? I am not super like into the.
Dude, the amount of 6 foot men that are gonna go out on a date with this woman and be up to her nose, I mourn for them all. Top to bottom.
Very down to earth spiritual type of thing.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Nice to meet you, though.
Nice to meet you. Terrible. I feel like a straight up dick. I'm about to cry. Like,
Oh, don't cry.
Don't cry,
Don't cry, you're too
King.
pretty.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. All right, I'm gonna open up my fancy phone. Would you allow me to be passenger prince if we went out?
Dude, I'm literally captivated by this passenger prince, passenger princess rhetoric because never in my entire life have I been in a relationship where I have ever not driven absolutely fucking everywhere. No, it wasn't even like a discussion. Like, I don't know how, it's like the one place where like heteronormative patriarchy never left. It was always just, I never once. I just always drove. And granted, it's obviously a great thing to lend a critical eye to. I just drove everywhere. Even if we were driving her car, I'd drive it. In every relationship I've ever been in.
Would you let me ride in the passenger seat?
Of course.
Hand on the thigh is required.
Hand on the thigh is always required.
Dude, I want us to both be passenger royalty. Okay? Get me to a fucking walkable city with public transit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm always driving. I prefer to drive.
Say less.
I love driving.
I think you're low-key misogynist then. Well, I'm high-key misogynist. You know what I mean?
Driving. I was gonna ask, do you prefer the passenger seat?
Yeah.
I love being passenger.
You've always given such good reads on me. You know what I mean?
I love being taken care of.
But do you have a
Yeah, we hate women here. We are publicly so, and I mean this. Like give me a woman. I'll tell you what's wrong with them. Give me a woman right now, dude. I will tell you what's wrong with them right now.
car?
I do.
Okay, then that's fine.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever said? Or
Michelle Obama. It's said too many words. Give me another one. Amelia Earhart didn't know when to stop. Total woman thing. Had to go around the world. All right. Typical woman. Couldn't stop. Just kept going. Rosa Parks. No. Oh no. I almost made a joke. I should not.
or done
I
in
can't.
front of someone you liked?
No, because this is the first time where like the joke now is too edgy. You know what I mean? I was gonna make a woman joke as a joke because she obviously did great things, right? And so my whole goal was to take great things they did and like make a dumb Andrew Tate joke about it. But that one could actually be received very poorly.
This was my first crush, and
It's only a fucking joke. No, that's where people are wrong. A lot of people bury their prejudices in in humor. Like they have actual prejudices and they give them life and nourish them through jokes all the time. Just a joke isn't a case. Like that's the thing. What I do, knowing my stances and what I advocate for on a political level, what I platform for, you know what I mean? It's one thing for me to be able to say something and know that I do everything in my power to make sure that people don't consider it to be, you know, reflective of my ideologies or beliefs, right? But a lot of people who are going to say Keck W and start finding a home here are going to be people who think maybe it's based how I'm willing to make these jokes. Do you know what I mean?
and we were in his car. I finally confessed that I liked him. And he goes on this whole like spiel on how he pees in the shower and that I don't actually like.
So you don't want to, like, I don't know, you just don't want to encourage that kind of audience, you know? Sony!
I pee in the bathtub.
As you, you know what, Sony, this is what people don't get, is that if you're a true hero of the world, right? If you really believe in min-maxing your contributions to Mother Nature, you piss in the sink. It's a real sink pisser hours in here, boys, all right? I don't want anyone wasting time. Look, you already spent all that washing your hands while you pee, 2 in 1.
I love being
I'm kidding. Who washes their hands?
taken care of.
Do you believe in germs? Fucking morons.
But do you have a car?
What's next? The moon?
I do.
Okay, then that's fine.
Litter box? When did I say anything that wouldn't be that? I talked about not using it, though. I never said that. Everything I was saying was about how I would never do that. Pissing in the sink is something that I think everyone should be encouraged to do.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever said or done in front of someone you liked?
And I'm not going to hide behind it. I'm not going to hide behind, you know. Yeah, the litter box.
This was my first crush, and we were in his car. I finally confessed that I liked him, and he goes
And everyone can just whip out a dick and piss, then fucking step your foot to game up. I'm so tired of women and excuses. Name a better fucking pair.
on this whole like spiel on how he pees in the shower and that I don't actually like him because he pees in the shower, and that's not hot.
You can jump to conclusions, but can't jump on the sink? Come on, am I right, men?
He was like, "You don't like
How dare women think?
me, I pee in the shower."
Oh,
Yeah.
he
He tried to convince me not to like him.
because he peed in the shower.
Yeah.
I was on a first date with a guy and I ordered red wine and
So, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was like, how dare you pee on the shower and not on my face, right?
That's not hot. He was like, "You don't like
How dare you waste that piss? You should be peeing in the litter box. Am I right, guys?
me, I pee in the shower."
Oh,
Yeah.
he
He tried to convince me not to like him.
because he peed in the shower.
Yeah.
I was on a first date with a guy and I ordered red wine and I like get really shaky when I'm nervous and
Okay.
I accidentally spilled it all over him and he was wearing like a white top and then we never went on a second date.
No, he didn't like you.
He like unfollowed me on everything too. Top. He's shaky when I'm nervous and I accidentally spilled it all over him and he was wearing like a white top.
This guy just didn't like her. Like, that's no one who ever... That's never happened. You know what I mean? See, here's the thing. She's exactly what I expect Twitch chat to like.
And then we never went on a second date. He like unfollowed me on everything too and I was like, ooh, okay.
Okay, that's a red flag.
Yeah. His socks.
Yeah, right?
I have told a man that like I love his socks.
If you told me you love my socks, Amy,
And he had sandals on? Yeah, I just
you're forgiven. You fucking babe.
was nervous.
Okay, my experience was
You fucking babe. Dude, you can tell me you like my fucking snow boots when I'm rocking fucking bare ass feet. Just a couple of Club Penguin flippers down there. I don't give a fuck, Amy.
went out on a date one
Dude, you can piss wine on my white socks and shirt. I don't care.
time and like I met her and she was
Where will you pee in the Wild West event? Well, if I was there, I'd pee in the litter box, mind you. But here's the other thing. You fucking dinguses. I'm not going.
taller than I expected. And she looked at me and she's like, "Oh, you're a lot shorter than I expected." And then we went out, we had a good time, and then we kissed at the end, and then she said, "I would love to go out with you, but you're too short for me."
No,
Yeah.
but you're short. Yeah, you're short.
Pick up your crown.
Yeah, I know, right?
You deserve better.
So that was pretty traumatizing. I was like, oh.
There are so many better things to critique someone for, you know? They had no say. But I also understand. What's this guy's height? He's 5'5". At the same time, it's like you can't expect everyone to be compatible with what it is. Like, you know, they might want someone who's around average height, you know, in the event that they're around average height, you know? A 5'4" woman dating a 5'8", 5'9" man, that makes sense. You know, it's average. It's what they'd expect typically. They probably are used to being a little shorter than the people they date. Maybe they've grown attached to that concept. But there are plenty of people who aren't bound to it.
It's hard because
That's also why you guys shouldn't be looking for love on fucking dating apps, man, because they're fundamentally reductive. They're meant to take you down to a stat sheet and like 6 photos and like 140 characters. You know what I mean? You should be trying to date in hardcore World of Warcraft.
because
You fucking idiots.
I vibe with all of them. I'm gonna go with 3 and 5.
Really?
I'm guessing she's like 6 foot, like straight up.
Do I give that vibe?
I don't think she's that tall, but I hope she is. Oh, queen.
You would be correct.
Let's
Oh, fucking marry me. God damn.
No, it's like model energy. Like
Exactly.
she's so slay.
She's so gorgeous.
right.
She's so gorgeous. Like, are you kidding?
Okay, how am I gonna... All right. Let's go.
Bro, this is someone's fetish. Like, I don't know why. There's something about this that's like, this feels like fetish content.
Okay, how am I
Like, I feel like I'm watching a Nick Pollum stream.
gonna... All right. Let's go.
And I'm 5'10" and a half, not 6 foot, but I am giving that. So
She gives. Like, I love it. Oh,
So tall.
Thank you.
Look at the size
It's
comparison.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
She's great.
5'11".
Short. She's gonna be short. She looks short. Maybe she's not, though. Maybe she's a fucking titan.
Oh, got the... Hello.
Bro, why?
Oh.
This woman's salty. She went with the side hug. This is the most uncomfortable I've ever been watching this, and this entire show's just about baiting cringe. I've never, in this entire fucking time, I've never once felt worse watching something. Okay. I watched Two Girls, One Cup. One of the first videos I'd ever seen in my life. I swear to God, one of the first videos I've ever seen. Like, can we conceptualize that for a moment? That is for many of us like one of the first things we ever saw on the internet. Period. Check this out. You can do anything. Email your friends. Go on AOL. Watch two women shit in a cup. Check out sports highlights.
If I release a song called Short King, you know who it's about.
He's not... There are a lot of shorter people.
Sweet. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing, right?
It's not.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Which is
No,
funny.
we're cool. We're cool.
Okay.
Mine was a Lou Bega music video, so I feel good. You should feel worse about that. I'm actually not kidding. I think that I would be less likely to tell someone that I saw it at a Lou Bega music video than that I'd seen Two Girls, One Cup.
studio.
Heading to the studio. Bye, guys.
Oh, and I tried to hug them. It was just like I was hugging like their legs. I wasn't even hugging like their waist. So that was kind of an interesting experience.
Brother, you're munch ready, dude.
What's your relationship with your family like? Are you guys close?
I'm extremely close with my mom and dad. My brother and sister are both in
Fuck is
different
this
states.
desync?
but we talk all the time, so we're super duper close. I think that family is extremely important, whether it's with your partner's family or with yours as well.
What's your go-to comfort show?
I recently just started watching Breaking Bad.
Okay.
You can tell this guy's a wrestler. He's got the wrestler build.
Pretty.
That's not comfort at all. Nothing. Breaking Bad makes me feel so on edge. What the fuck? This dude's life is untethered if he winds down to Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's a show I never finished because I just couldn't handle how tense it felt constantly. I just didn't want to watch it.
Pretty solid.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Pretty good show. Are you?
What is my comfort show? I've been watching Seinfeld a lot to wind down. It's very... Oh, dude, Seinfeld's amazing. Seinfeld is so cringe. You know what's like really cool that Twitch loves to do? It just loves to take things that people love and not even give meaningful criticism, just try to like discourage engagement with it by calling it cringe, as if it is so socially unacceptable to like a certain thing that I physically wince in response to knowing you do it. It is the most fucking cowardly, par the course, follow suit, thoughtless thing to regurgitate, is just blanket fucking diminishing something under the banner of cringe. Okay? It is so fucking dumb. I see it time and time again to things that people earnestly love, and there's like a vulnerability in showing this thing you like, and Seinfeld's not even a part of that, but it's like, no, fuck you, you're cringe. Like, dude, think for yourself for a fucking minute. Ask yourself why someone likes something. There's going to be, at the heart of everything, a reason why someone loves the thing that they are adamantly championing, and you should work to find it, unless that thing is watching Russell. If the thing is watching Russell, it is cringe, and you can say it. That's the only time in which that's okay.
A sitcom person?
Yeah, I also like Sex Education, you know. Yeah, good show.
Oh, no, this guy's cringe.
Have you seen The
Oh, I love The Office.
Yeah, that's the go-to.
Michael Scott is my favorite.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a king. He's a king.
We all do. It's very funny. It's a great show. You know, a lot of things are ruined by their popularity on some level. And it's not because of the fact that a lot of people like it. It's because the people who like it identify with it so ravenously that they have made it such impenetrable IP for other people to get into. You know what I mean? Like Marvel's a big, like to be associated with the fucking obsessive Marvel dads of the world is, dude, Rick and Morty is the literal fucking epitome of this. The show is, like, I've never seen more people self-select under this presumption of intellectual enlightenment more than Rick and Morty. Like people are being like, oh, well, yeah, obviously. Like, you know the copy pasta? To be fair, you have to have a high IQ to enjoy Rick. No, you fucking don't. It is a stupid fucking show. There's going to be some little nuggets that maybe you enjoy if you have some kind of knowledge of, I don't know, like physics or whatever the fuck, whatever they're in reference to at any given moment. I guess there's some like niche literature references, but like the one thing I've come to notice is that the people who tend to love Rick and Morty, more than anything, what they love is over-identifying with a fictional character. No one, dude, the ways in which Rick Sanchez became a champion for the people who feel like they should have been more achieved or accomplished academically is so funny, man. Has anyone said that dumb shit for real? Rick and Morty's for intellectuals? Oh, famously, dude. Famously. Rick and Morty fans are the inverse of WWE fans. Both are cringe. See, WWE fans are cool because they tend to, I don't know how gatekeepy they are, but I feel like because it's very open-armed. Like, who would ever I just don't get it. Why get into something that's so fucking, like, blatantly popular and make it seem as if it's indicative of some kind of enlightenment thing, It just isn't, Like, I don't know. Here, let me be real clear. When I talk about it's like you've liked something that is impossibly popular and you've found a way to make it the locus of your identity somehow to the point to where no one else wants to be a part of it. And it fucking sucks, you know what I mean? Because I think a lot of good things are gated behind that, A lot of good things are. So when all these fucking losers are saying like, no, yada, 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 no, you can't like this, I like this, you can't get into this, I've been into this for a blank amount of years, I've watched every Marvel movie, you can't like this, bat chest. You want to know what, dude? It's just like, fuck them. You know what I mean? The joke is that that's what WoW people do. But I'm not on my game today. My brain is fried. All right, let's watch more of this.
Right?
Can I ask one stupid one and one more serious one?
No.
Yeah, you gotta shoot it.
Okay, the stupid.
That man's like, we have to.
Ask one stupid one and one more serious one.
Yeah, you gotta shoot it.
Why include that in the edit, man? Why would you do that to this poor kid?
Can I ask one stupid one and one more serious one?
Yeah, you gotta shoot
it. Okay.
Okay, the stupid one is, would you rather have 8 eyes or 8 legs?
8 eyes? What? 8 legs wouldn't even be an advantage. The fuck do you think you get out of 8 legs, dog?
Legs.
Legs, okay.
Yeah, legs, yeah.
Okay, I would say eyes.
Where would you look then? Like, where are you?
You
Like,
could
if
look
you were
all
making
around.
eye contact with somebody and they had 8 eyes,
You're looking at all the eyes. The eyes are just like in a row around your face like that.
Ooh, okay. Freaky.
Okay, then the more serious question is, if you could have one food every
8 cocks for sure.
day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Spaghetti pomodoro, because I'm Italian.
No, 8 cocks and 1 ball. 1 titanic fucking testicle. The powerhouse.
So my dad makes really good Italian food. So his spaghetti pomodoro is like beautiful.
Delish.
It's my favorite. What role do you play in your friend group?
The mom.
That makes a lot more sense now.
I have like a bag, like in my tote bag with just like tampons, deodorant, Band-Aids, like hairbrushes. I'm there whenever you need me at your disposal.
And everything
Yeah.
like that.
Brother, every woman I've ever known has had all of that fucking shit in their bag at all times. This is not being... I've never known anyone to not have those things in their purse. Ever.
Yep.
I'm definitely the
I'm just a mom.
jokester and the planner. So I like to make plans for everyone and make sure everyone has a good weekend. And then also I just love to make...
Dude, I'm going to be straight with every single one of you. I mean this. I don't want to ever do anything. I don't know what's wrong with my brain, but nothing is more relieving to me than finding out I don't have to do shit. It's why I love the winter time. It's why I love the fucking rain. I fucking hate it, dude. I fucking hate the way... Wait, oh no, she's not volunteering my time to help one of my friends move? What? I don't know what you mean. I never want to do shit until I do. You know, everything I'll ever do is never going to be planned, I guess. I am very extemporaneous about things. After like a month of just tunneling into whatever kind of obsession I've developed, I'll then be like, I really need to go outside. And then I go and I service each and every one of your mothers to fucking, a blissful revelatory climax where they see God once again. Okay? And then I go back into hiding. And that is the rhythm of life.
Okay.
Silly goofy.
I would say I'm the communicator. I always try to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. If there's plans, I make sure everybody knows there's plans so we can all be
They all three describe being a mom.
invited. Make sure we all can go to things and
Maybe the world would just fall apart without women. But I don't mean that in like a simpy way. I'm just like, women love to plan. Women be shopping, women be planning. I mean, like, I feel as though it's like they're like coerced into it because if they didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels as if they're on a systemic level. There's just been like an I'm going to neglect something until it forces it to be outsourced elsewhere. I've just never planned anything, man. A social norm? Well, it certainly has been on some level, and I guess that when, the majority of, work-life balance for human history, since the advent of agriculture has been, no, it's not true. It's very culture to culture. You can't paint with broad strokes like that. You got kids? Yeah, all right. Well, is that even... Where did that come from? What? Nick and Milena come to mind? It's true? They love to plan until it's time to pick somewhere to go to... Oh, shut the fuck up. It's because we're also not picking that. We can't fucking resolve that. We're not picking. We're asking, like, where do you want to go? Because we're not picking. We're also not planning that. Was thinking of them after you said their moms. It's awesome to be like, by the way, if you have kids, fuck you. You've dropped some real bangers today, Ban the Man. What's your beef with women right now? Why are we finding reasons to be like, fuck you for this element of you, specifically woman? This is your woke dogma, woman. Like, I feel like we've been on a woman tirade today.
And yeah, that's my biggest thing. Just make sure we're all.
I have no beef. You had a little bit of beef. Like, you know, we don't have to ever publicly announce through this, by the way, phenomenal succession of emotes that we would literally walk away from anyone who had a child. You know what I mean?
We're all connected still.
I feel like it's just a way to be like, you've already, I think that we have developed a culture that is, you know, I mean, it's not that we have, right? Like, there's this very evident and well-developed sense of, like, achievement culture as its own achievement society. There's Young Chohan, I think, is the guy who, wrote a fucking recent treatise on this, that the exaltation and fetishization of like achievement and signifiers of achievement, like wealth, you know, material excess, you know, in particular, have made it such that we have kind of essentially coerced individuals into a form of like, it's like a culturally mandated narcissism in a sense, where we have to be obsessed with how we are better than others as a way of achieving a sense of social value or currency. But like, it's kind of arbitrary, right? So we're creating this, like, I would call it almost like fruitless culture of like influencers. Like, we're creating a lot of people who feel the need to be at the center of attention because we gamified how to identify social value, you know, where it's no longer a matter of like, where you could say that it's like a human truth, right? That we want to feel as if we have value to our community, which I think we do, right? But I think that this era in which we could be like, okay, I'm the baker to this town is long gone. And now there's a matter of like, well, what the fuck do you do? It's like, okay, well, I press a button in a factory for a big plant that makes mass-produced baked goods. And you're like, oh, shit, well, fuck. Okay, that sucks. So now how do we distinguish ourselves from other people through craft? I mean, you really can't. And even the need to distinguish yourself is kind of strange. But you don't have that direct exchange of like, here's some value. Okay, thank you for that value. You know what I mean? It's all been reduced to, you know, sort of like mass-produced and, you know, disconnected kind of commodity. Yo, Ban the Man, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. Big love, dude. Big love. So I guess, shit. Oh, you didn't have to give me 10. You're fine. What I meant to say, though, is that I feel as if we just created this environment where we're needing to place ourselves above people to feel as if we have value. You know, it's in like identifying what you see as a lack of achievement to substantiate what you see as maybe your lack of achievement in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I have to focus on their lack of achievement to make up for the fact that I don't feel achieved enough. And I just think it sucks. You know, I do think it sucks. What else could there be in life, though? What do you mean, other than achievement? Someone says nobody cares what I have to say. I'll be honest, man. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit distracted today. I don't have a great deal of you know, present you know, focus. My brain's pretty fried from playing World of Warcraft nonstop. Others are allowed to achieve things so long as I achieve more. Well, I think it's moreover the ways in which we've like gamified achievement through social media, etc., that's creating a culture of narcissists who feel the need to promote themselves in the most inauthentic and bottom-feedy of ways. Like, it's like the marketplace of ideas has become less about what's conceptually, let's say, like, enticing or fruitful, and moreover what is best commodifying people's attention so that we can sell shit to them. Do you know what I mean? And so we have a bunch of people who've been told that the worst thing you could be is anonymous and the best thing you can have is a following, and then individuals who do everything in their power to you know, as a way of, you know, arriving at quote-unquote achievement, getting attention. You know, it's why we have essentially Kick in a nutshell is that achievement society thing, you know? Or people are just competitive? No. People aren't just, I feel, okay, we can argue that, but this is what I'd say to us saying people are just blank, is that rather than say we are just something, let's look at why we may be that thing. Because competitive isn't just like, I don't believe it to be just this distinct drive in and of itself. I think that it's in response to a possibility of scarcity. So I think that most of what we witness in the waking world is just behavior that's coerced by the threat of scarcity. And that the second you absolve the threat of scarcity, we actually see a great deal of people become infinitely more cooperative. I mean, on an anthropological level, smaller, quote unquote, like tribal people, as we would have seen it, like smaller groups of humanity, operated not even in a bartering capacity, but people just did their jobs and like fed each other, regardless of how productive the other person was. So that's kind of the thing I'm interested in. You know what I mean? X is trying to join OnlyFans? Good. That'd be cool. I'm tired of people trying to keep people out of content. I don't care. I want the door to be open. Would it though? Who cares? Well, it'll be interesting either way. I don't think keeping people out of things is ever unless they're just not fun to have around. I don't know. So I guess what I mean to say is, like, rather than saying humans are just competitive, let's think about like what we're afraid of and why it is we'd feel the need to compete, right? And it's because we're constantly evading the possibility of scarcity, right? And so in the event that you indicate to someone that you have the ability to, create invulnerability to scarcity, right? Like you're immune to the possibility because you demonstrate these particular attributes that make you successful, right? You're going to then be seen as a better beacon to build a community around, etc. And in turn, you're going to have that kind of community support to be loved, right? But, we're starting to systematize and have, in a lot of parts of the world, totally fucking, eliminated the possibility of scarcity. We literally throw food away to maintain, profitability of agriculture, like we artificially manipulate supply and demand. I mean, just a year ago, we threw away like how many fucking, thousands of gallons of milk in Canada to ensure that the price of milk stayed low. I mean, like things like that are where we start to like, okay, we're like forsaking humanity for this kind of like arbitrary point system that is becoming increasingly antiquated. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think that I'm totally off my rocker right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like really distracted today. I had haters blab on me. I only said a name from a picture, and they blabbed on me when I came back on. I have no clue what you're talking about. This is your first time chat. Artificial value systems that distribute resources unequally on the basis of money. Sure. But no, I mean, what I meant to say, were we talking about tall women? No, we were talking about and redirecting this to this concept of trying to find reasons to see people as less than you. Do you know what I mean? In the way in which we go about denigrating people's interests or circumstances as a way of lifting ourselves up. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we live in a world that kind of, alienates us as an individual from any sense of, meaning or achievement, And so all we have are the things we aren't rather than the things we are because we're kind of identityless, We are all kind of funneled through, this system of like, I'd say I call it like a virtual and professional alienation where our jobs are feeling increasingly arbitrary. We feel disconnected from actual purpose. We're just kind of there to, I think ultimately facilitate the, profiteering of a few people in a job that doesn't feel tangible or real. It's a lot of just like computational or clerical work where you're just like, choo, it kind of sucks. And so we have two ways of arriving at a sense of importance, and it is either by antagonizing the world until we have the attention that we require to feel like we're better than people, or it's, putting others down so that we feel as if we're better than them without having some kind of positive, aggregate of our own, like, community achievements. And achievement's kind of the shit word, but like, I don't know. I feel as though lacking a sense of role in community is becoming an issue the more we systematize a lot of what would create community. So we can look at things like even entertainment on some level, the more that that's become systematized, food, the way that that's become franchised and systematized. It's like a fry cook doesn't feel like he's feeding his populace in the same way that a restaurant owner who also cooked and, it's just, I don't know, the tiering and the tiering of ownership and the ways that we all feel kind of removed from the communities that we service, as everything becomes like digitized and ordered is shitty, I think. Because a lot of people historically would feel really fucking great in the event that they knew that they were exchanging something of meaning to someone who needs it, you know? But instead, we all just kind of feel like we're showing up and inputting, you know, like the amount of things we need to do to not get fired, and, you know, people are paying us the amount of things we need to not quit, and I don't know, it just feels weird. Late-stage capitalism, meaninglessness, transferring to accumulated treats and But anyways, I guess that's why I think there's so much contempt at present, is that, you know, I think a lot of people feel as if they've been robbed of a sense of meaning in their world, you know? And because of that, in a world that, you know, has not just robbed them of meaning, but robbed them of a lot of ways of going about creating meaning for themselves. It's like, you want a job, go join a call center where you just fucking antagonize people until they buy shit from you, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, so what can you do when you feel as if you're insufficient? A lot of people operate from that sense of, like, woundedness, of like, oh, I'm not enough, so fuck you, you're not enough. You fucked up with these choices, I would never date you. You know, it's like a pre-rejection to shield yourself from the thought of not being enough, when we're told that that's, like, the worst thing you can be, you know? Because then that's, you know, indicative of your inability to, you know, protect yourself from scarcity, and I don't know. I'm really rambling today. Anyways, I love you guys.
I need you in my friend group.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's make one.
Let's make them down.
Number 1. 5, 6. Should I go up? 5,
Higher.
8.
No, like sometimes I know I'm making sense. Today, I actually feel like I lost my point. So, fucking evaporate it.
9, 10.
Higher.
Give me
11.
6, 5.
Can I stand now? Surprise!
Surprise, Shawty!
Whoa! I was not expecting that.
All right, guys, if you're schizo rambling my chat, you're going to be fucking booted. We don't have time for it, all right? If you're going to schizo ramble, spam 4s and emotes, okay? I don't want to deal with your shit.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank
you. You're so tall.
No. I wanted to surprise.
It's the boots. It's definitely the boots.
like
I
it.
definitely swear if you took off the boots, we'd be the same
We
height.
won. Yeah, my
Only I can schizo ramble.
boots are like, yeah, my boots are like 10
Right?
inches. It was so nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet
Thank
you too.
Do you read every comment off stream? I always wondered. I did when I first started, and then I realized that the people who have the desire to, you know, fucking dissect and diagnose my identity or, like, you know, my life experience and determine whether or not it's valuable or not are fucking losers.
Oh,
Good luck.
thank you. I'm gonna go with number 2. She's definitely like in the 7-foot area. Yeah.
Like, with love and respect and all the fucking care I could give, like, I am not nearly important enough. There is a fucking vacancy in someone's life if they identify anything going, even the things I have to say. Fucking fact check it. Read books. I know shit. Okay? I just like rambling. I have thoughts, and sometimes they don't always connect. Do not fucking lift me up as some kind of fucking, you know, clairvoyant, fucking, you know, conduit of knowledge. I know shit.
Definitely.
Or she's just standing.
Yeah, let's do it. No way! You were sitting on something. There's definitely like a book, right?
It was a little like platform seat.
No way.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm definitely not
You
6
look
feet.
so tall.
Yeah,
You guys are
Short
tricking
queen.
me over here.
for sure.
How do you feel about moving here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
This woman's like very like Eurocentric Hollywood pretty. You know what I mean? She's got the fucking blue eyes and shit. I hope she's a Titan.
Definitely taller than me. I'm gonna go with about 5, 6. I'm bad at this.
I'm wearing platforms.
Oh, okay.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm 5'3", but 5'5" is knees.
Yeah. See, I should have
Uh-oh. There's a man who said he's 5'5". That's tough.
worn.
I know, we could have been
platform shoes.
matching.
Yeah, we could have been
Yeah.
twinsies.
She feels like 2 inches taller than the guy. Oh, fuck me, man.
Hey, I'm Abby.
I'm Ryan.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
21.
21.
I think she height checked him a little bit too, which is cruel. I've accidentally height checked dudes by just saying my actual height. There are a lot of dudes who say they're like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", who I'm like as tall as or taller than. You know what I mean? And like, I feel bad because typically they'll ask me how tall I am, and I don't even think to, you know. Like, I just don't think to lie about that, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel bad calling him out, though. I don't like watching people's glass houses crumble. I don't take joy in that, you know?
Last year in uni, so.
Would you guys be open to the idea of a first date?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Passenger prince.
Yeah, you gotta drive.
You could be my passenger prince.
Let's do it.
The short king was definitely a king. He's great.
Oh, man. Amy was the one,
We're
dude.
vibing. I love
Amy
it.
was the one. It should have been Amy, dude. It should have been Amy. Has Amy been in other videos? Is that what I think we know Amy from other videos. It should have been her, dude. Queen. Queen. She's great though. She's great. We don't have qualms, you know what I mean? Height doesn't matter where I'm from. The Amazons of the world know I'll climb up them trees, no problem. I think that height is largely like, look, I think that there is a great deal of like socialized expectation that men be taller than the women they date, you know what I mean? Except for women who are, you know, extraordinarily tall, you know? I think that they, on the most part, seem to be cool with dating shorter men to the point of not even mattering. I don't know. It really just depends, man. I don't think that there's a lot of actual, like, prejudice outside of, like, dating apps. I feel like here's the issue, okay? Most people are in the range of maybe. Do you know what I mean? There are a few people based on taste that people will find as absolutely, and then a few people based on taste that people will identify as never. And your height is rarely ever going to put you into the always or never category for most people. You know what I mean? Especially if you have the opportunity to really talk with people. The problem is that we just don't have the ability to fucking do that. Like, everything about dating at present is predicated on, like, can you woo them with, like, 6 photos and a bio? You know what I mean? But being able to, like, engage with and communicate and you know, meaningfully charm someone through who it is you are. It doesn't have to be charming, but to charm someone is just, I think, really to be like passionate and honest and open, you know? I really think that 90% of people are just looking for individuals who have a spark of life, you know? Simply not true. It's also a factor in social and employment situations. Even if you don't recognize it or don't want to, a halo effect is real, and height is a major part of that for men. I'm not denying the importance of height. I'm talking about you're in a window. I think that you also have to consider the ways in which people who are taller tend to have probably developed a little bit earlier. At least that's been my experience with a lot of people. They tend to have been more dominant athletically. There are a lot of things that put people in a position of being affirmed because of their height. That, of course, does matter. But if you want to sit here and write fucking treatises on why certain physical attributes of yours are going to be an eternal limiting factor, I'm going to write some kind of opposing narrative, because I just don't think that it's a lot of fun to live life with that kind of predeterministic fucking, you know, apathy. I'm just not a fan. You can fucking pen whatever fiction you want about things, and maybe there is data suggesting that people have more trust in tall individuals. I just don't think that it's, you know, the thing to continue to, you know, govern a world on. Take the red pill. Yeah. Hi, Benjamar. How much do you think earnings matter for most relationships? I think that making enough money to ensure you're not gonna fucking, you know, die is a big consideration. I mean, like, are we stupid enough to say that, like, opportunity isn't relevant in that way? You know? Like, no. I remember reading that the average height of billionaires was 5'9", so average, really? That makes sense. Like, of course that matters. It's just not the only thing. Like, I think as I've gotten older, it's mattered more, you know? Like, just because I think women are planning more meaningfully for a future of, like, you know, comfort, you know, having a child potentially, like the thought of not having money is definitely going to be a greater and greater deterrent to people as you get older, you know, because like you need money to survive. But I'm not going to fucking blame men or women for, like, you know, if you met a woman who made a great deal of money, that might also influence your desire to date them. You know what I mean? It's nice to have opportunity. Who could afford a child in this economy? Eric. So yeah, I think that being tall will do essentially this. It will eliminate the number of people who will hard no you in all likelihood. That's the thing. Being tall is generally considered a positive attribute in a dating environment, and so you're going to, I think, perform a lot better on dating apps, etc. But I don't think that it's going to be the sole, tether keeping you from success. Do you know what I mean? I think that as long as you're within, a standard deviation or so of average, you'll be just fine. Is being too tall possible? Yes, of course. Only if you hyper-focus on your own height? Yeah, fucking, you make dating all sound very scientific. Oh, my God. I just don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to deal with you today. You're, like, the fucking king of, like, just, I'm over it. I'm literally saying, go out, do a thing you fucking like, and meet people. Yeah, I use the term standard deviation to describe a statistical distribution of height that most people are probably not going to bat an eye at. You know what I mean? If you're super short, people are probably going to have more of a limiting factor on that. If you're super tall, it's going to be more of a limiting factor on that. A dude being 5'4" is going to impact his dating prospects. A dude being like 6'7" will probably impact his dating prospects to some extent. I'm like, I don't fucking get it, dude. If you're within average height, I think that you have plenty of possibilities dating. I don't think that it's going to be a limiting factor outside of a handful of people. It's all about confidence when it comes to height. If you act small, you'll be seen as small. I've dated shorter men, and they all seem to be. I think people really hate the confidence rhetoric because it seems incredibly dismissive of, like, certain material realities. You know, it's like it's not always all about confidence. You sometimes won't attract people because of how you look or your height. The reality of that is that if you're hyperfixated on people on that basis, I'm willing to bet that you are hyperfixated on them because of something physical about them. You probably haven't gotten to know them well enough to really care. And in the event that they have, they're just not into who you are. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not attracted to you on multiple vectors. It's not just their height. It doesn't make sense. When I was not my full height, I had a lot of lovely, sexy, tall women like me. Sure. Anyways, I think it's silly. It's always going to be multifactorial, and you guys who are obsessing over one attribute, I think, are killing yourselves. You know what I mean? And I do not like the feeling. I do not like the feeling of actively having to bang my head against the wall, telling you guys that, there's more to life than that. I don't know. Fucking everyone has preferences like height, muscles, etc. Yeah. Dude, if you're worried about dating under 20, move on. You're not. Everything I did, it's funny. It's so, like, it obviously is, like, formative, but it's so inconsequential. It's nuts, man. If it's height that's important to a woman and you're short, find a different woman to put your energy into. I agree. I just think we spend a lot of time ruminating over the feeling of like rejection to the point to where it's like, and I get it, it's like traumatic on some level to be suggested that you aren't enough, but holy shit, you just miss so much fucking life. You miss so much time. You don't have a lot of it, and it goes so much faster than you anticipate. Like, I really mean it when I say that it's just so not fucking worth. It's so not fucking worth, man.